to spread positivity and to attract positivity, the best way to do that is to live by the golden rule, which is to treat others as how you would treat yourself. I already kind of I explained how this works in my previous video on how to control people, but I just want to specifically talk about the golden rule today because I was just deep in it that day. Like since I kept that concept in mind and used that all the time, like wherever I was going, whoever I was interacting with, because I didn't just use it with that friend in the gym, where by everything the way I treated him, the way I spoke, the way I greeted him, the way I listened to him, I did it according to as if he was me, literally as if he was me. The care that I felt towards him, like, and everything, bro. Because I got everything I wanted to get out of him, I got out of him. Like, I even got to, he opened up about what was going on in his mind, and I got to test my knowledge, essentially. I got to see if I could put my knowledge into practice in terms of standing on it and checking if my mind has been, if I'm absorbing what I'm learning, essentially, and if I could teach it to him in that, like, then and there, on the spot, with no preparation, you know. And I just saw that, you know, well, it was just very useful, that conversation I had with him. Not only did he open up about some of his spiritual beliefs, but also just like, in fact, yeah, that's pretty much it, just spiritual beliefs. And it gave me more insight into him as a person, so I understood him more. And I feel like we also got closer from that conversation. That wasn't the only instance. I believe that same day, no, it was the next day. The next day I had a lecture, so I had a lesson in university. And this is one of my favorite lecturers because we talk a lot, like she talks to us like the class and everything. So sometimes, and this happens a lot in university, when the teacher's speaking, like the whole class just ignore the teacher. Like, it's just, okay, like I can explain it like this. Like, in university, it's more easy to treat the teacher with disrespect because it's like there's no obligation, there's no teacher-student obligation. It's just, it's like it's essentially the realization, or the having that recognition that we're all adults, that we all have the choice to do whatever we want to do, and there's no detentions, there's no consequences. Like, I mean, sometime down the line, there will be consequences in terms of if you're rude to the lecturer, they're not going to help you out and things like that. They're not going to be as willing to help you anyway, and things like that. You basically just have to be a teacher's pet, kiss that bum type thing. Like, yeah, teacher's pet. But yeah, so usually we talk a lot to this teacher, right? But I think the class today just didn't care. And plus it was about work, because usually we talk to the teacher about non-work related things, you know, and it's quite funny as well. But every time the teacher was speaking, everyone was just ignoring her. I was just thinking, yo, like, are these guys all right? So I was just thinking, like, you know what, if it was me, I would want to be listened to and responded to, even if it's, I don't know, like, I don't understand what you're saying, even if it's that simple, something as simple as that, just so they didn't feel awkward. Like, I just, you know, if I was her, I wouldn't want to feel like that. So I was just responding to how I treated the teacher, how I'd want to treat myself, honestly, you know. And I was smiling as well because all the students were very looking miserable and things like that. So, and I felt I left feeling more positive. Like, I just felt more complete. Like, I did what I was meant to do that day, you know. When you treat others how you treat yourself, it's as if like you're you're doing what's needed to be done. Like I don't think I can get this roll out of my head. Even when let's say now I'm planning to meet a group of friends, and there's one particular person that I feel that I've had negative experiences with, that I'm reluctant to, that he's the reason that I'm reluctant to go, so I don't experience that negativity again. I have to treat that experience as just an experience, you know. I have to think, okay, if I was him, I'd want to give a second to, like, honestly, that unconditional faith. It's enough to change the outcome of how people treat you, right? It's like when you project positivity, it's reflected back at you. That's the only that's how I'm interpreting. That's how I'm digesting the golden rule. Even if you see a homeless man on the street, or anyone less fortunate than you, don't see that scenario. Don't attach that scenario to them. Don't attach the circumstance to them. You know, that everyone has the potential. Everyone is holding the same energy that you also have within you. You know, we're all connected to the same source. And once you recognize that we are all the same, then I think dealing with people will just be a lot easier. And that's what I have to say. Like, if you agreed with anything I said, or if anything resonated, if you subscribe as well, if you want to hear more of my thoughts and general knowledge. And stay blessed.